Yeah, a really good missional community, they're very rare, I'll be honest with you. Most struggle. But probably the most common failures are being too rigid in the schedule, doing too much Bible study versus service and party. So trying to create rhythms that are more holistic in what you're trying to do. The classic over-talker, over-preacher, over-teacher scenario is always a killer. So try not to ever lead your community. Try to facilitate conversation. Trying to close every conversation with a final answer is a classic mistake. Your job in the conversational piece, be it a Bible study moment or is to, the goal of a conversation, we say, is that you get to have more conversation. The goal of a good party is that you get to party again. So keep what we say is try to keep a running dialogue. Case in point, first community we did in Alton, one of the young gals, we were talking about afterlife stuff, and she goes, yeah, I believe in reincarnation. And she said it with no qualms, like, who wouldn't believe in? And some of us don't believe in reincarnation. So I said, instead of freaking out and going, ooh, how do I fix this? I said, Ellen, would you lead the group next time and explain where you got your belief in reincarnation and where it comes from and what you like about it? Because a lot of us, we may not believe that, but we've never really studied it. So she did. She led the next week. And we were all like, oh, we didn't know that. That's really interesting. And then we would just go, well, we come from this belief system based on what Jesus said. And that we just put both ideas in the middle of the group with no need to close the loop. We literally, it's almost as if you have a Swami that believes in reincarnation. You literally walk him in and put a chair down for him, and then you let Jesus come in and then sit right next to him. How would you feel in that moment? Feel pretty good, right? We got our man. He's right next to the other man. We got a sense that I bet you our guy is going to eventually win, right? And that's all you're doing in a conversation. You don't have to try to straighten it out or close the loop. A sermon, you generally have to close the loop. A running dialogue as a missionary is just keep the conversation going, try to keep Jesus somewhere in the conversation. So if we are doing a Bible study, I'm never going to call it a Bible study. I'm going to say we're studying the teachings of Jesus. For CrossFit Abbey, I said we're just going to go through the teachings of Jesus. That way I'm not trying to convert to a religion. I say I hope that you start to believe the teachings of Jesus and actually start to change the way that you live according to the teachings of Jesus. Because that's literally all it was back then. Remember, Jesus wasn't trying to start Christianity. He wasn't trying to start a religion. He was trying to get people to follow him as an alternative rabbi with a different teaching.